Welcome back to another edition of Budget Wargamer, where today we're going to review something completely new to us. So this is the Anvil Industry Afterlife Republic Faction Starter Set. So as far as I know, these are currently only available through anvilindustry.co.uk, the manufacturer of the game. Their game's called Afterlife. It's currently got two factions. One is the Unity Council, the other is the Republic. So this is the Republic, and inside the box you'll find 4 pulse mechs, which are a type of exosuit, 5 assault specialists, which are like a breacher's team with different assault weapons, grenades, and looks like an explosive charge here, 6 commandos, so we'll take a close look at those, and 1 Taurus support weapon. So all together we're looking at all this plus 1 of those weapons. So let's go ahead and crack it open. And they make all their miniatures out of some pressure cast resin. So that's not the same kind of plastic resin you're going to get with War Machine and a lot of other companies that have been coming out with plastic resin models, especially through Kickstarter. It's much more similar in quality to a Forge World type of resin, though it's actually possibly not quite as soft as that. But one thing that's really neat and thoughtful about all of the Anvil Industry starter sets is that although the games don't come with rules, the rules are free to download off of their website. So any new editions that come out, you can keep up with that. But it's only about $5, depending on the US exchange rate, to order a printed copy of the rule book, which I didn't decide to do. I downloaded the rules. They're quite simple. But each of the starter sets comes with tokens for different types of activations and conditions. All the units start the game hidden, so you get different bonuses, makes it impossible to be targeted by things like mortars and stuff like that. But all these boxes also come packed in foam, so it keeps the miniatures nice and protected, but it also gives you something to put the miniatures back into, at least a starter set's worth, once you're done painting them up. So let's take another look here. These are some plastic, well, I guess I'll just call everything resin. It feels just like ABS plastic, but it is a resin, so you'll need super glue to put it together. These are some activation tokens. I believe that's what the purpose of these are. And they've got the Republic faction symbol on there. It's kind of cool. They made those out of some colored resin. These here are the pulse mechs. So these guys have exosuits on, some big machine guns. They do have optional kits you can purchase separately that allow them to fly. And then they've cast in rubble and different things to put on the bases into like part of the sprue, which seems like a useful way of making use of it. Another thing I've kind of noticed with a lot of their miniatures is that they've done a lot of large piece casting. So like this whole body, minus the arms and the head, is a single piece. So lots of detail, and they still manage to capture a lot of dynamic posing. This is that Taurus assault vehicle, assault weapon. So there's one of the single piece tractor carts that it goes on, if that's what you want to call it, and one of the mini guns that goes on too. Nice. It's bigger. Well, yeah, I think it's smaller than a Centaur or Cyclops demolition vehicle from Forge World. Since it's a starter set, you also get dice. Looks like it's all D10 inside of here. 3 different colors, 1 red, 1 black, 4 white, and the bases for all the miniatures except for the bigger 40 or 50 mils that the Taurus is in. And these are the assault commandos. That's their shields. And you'll see they've got single cast legs, kind of normal. But then when you go to the upper torsos, you've got single cast pieces here, which is a little less typical. And you'd think like, oh my gosh, it's not going to be quite as good, but I mean, through and through, the detail on these things, sorry they're still in the bag, it's kind of a pain in the butt to take them out one-handed. But the detail on these is top-notch. These are the, let's see, those are just the regular commandos, right? Yeah, these are the 6 regular commandos. So, again, single-piece legs, some dynamic poses, running, things like that. And then once again, that solid single upper torso. So gluing these guys together is going to be super simple. You just glue the the legs into the slotted base, glue the top onto them, take some of the optional rubble that you'll see on the sprues, like this piece here. Then you're pretty much put together. So a heck of a lot easier to put together than something like a set of bolt action figures, at least most of them, and things like that. So that's all that was included in the box. You know, and then we can go back, repack these guys once we're done. Supposedly they'll all fit super nice into here. I don't know if it has room to really hold much more than that. Another thing I was going to say about the Anvil Industry miniatures is that what they do, they don't actually sculpt them like a traditional miniatures company. A lot of these companies are going the way of doing things through 3D design and CAD design. So what they do is they design it on a computer, then they do a 3D print of the masters, then they take the 3D print and they make, I would assume, silicone type molds out of them, and then they cast them in this plastic resin. Again, it's not that cruddy War Machine stuff. This stuff scrapes just like ABS plastic. It's very much like Forge World. You just need super glue to put it together, but otherwise you'd never know that this stuff wasn't actual plastic. Awesome stuff. Definitely going to order more from them. And check out some of my other videos of some of the other units I've ordered. I've ordered some of their regiments squads. So that's something that is a multi-part customizable unit that you can put together from various little kits they've got, and they also fit with most things like guardsmen and other typical 40K style model kits. And then I've also picked up some of the grenadiers and things like that from them too. So just really impressed with their kits overall.